Evelyn Lozada on another episode of Drop the Load with my amazing co-host.
I am Shanice, and we are here with another episode. We're trying something different today on Zoom. And today we are joined by Antoine Walker, former NBA All-Star champion and one of the most recognizable personalities of his era. But beyond basketball, Antoine's story is also one of growth, hard lessons, resilience, and perspective. Today, we're talking about the career, the pressure, the comeback, and the personal journey behind it all. Please welcome my favorite stepdad.
My favorite stepdad is crazy. How many stepdads did you have? That is wild, bro. Let me tell you about an app called Free Cash. Free Cash is the #1 app worldwide, allowing users like yourself to make money off their phone for free. If you want to make $200 plus a week for free, download using my link in the description or the QR code on the screen. If you download now for free using my link or QR code, you will get a free $5 into your account for free. That's $5 for free, no requirements. So download Free Cash today to make easy, quick, and free money. This is why Shorty never had a chance from the start. Game came through, ran her, dumped in her, and moved around. All because of her mom. 30 game, bruh.
Welcome.
Good job. That's actually pretty good. I like that intro. That's kind of better. That's kind of I haven't had an intro like that in a long time. It's usually always sports driven. You know, it's some other stuff. I appreciate that, Shanice.
Listen, we have to give you your flowers. That's why you're here, to give you your flowers and to share light.
Okay, I like it.
My favorite stepdad. That shit is crazy though, man. Like, wow. See, the hoops never fails, man. I'm telling you all.
That was good.
Who
Keep
knew?
it going.
Who knew you had all those accolades?
Well, you could have mentioned my basketball accolades, but that probably would have been a very long introduction. But we can get to that later.
We're going to get to that next. So, career and NBA journey. How did that connection start for you? Take us to the very beginning.
Wow. Oh, that's a loaded question, but I'm going to try to be brief with it. Honestly, I started playing sports at 6 years old, and really, basketball was not my first love. It really was baseball. Kind of followed my uncle path, who played Major League Baseball for 19 years.
So look, in case y'all don't know, Evelyn used to smash Antoine Walker, right? She got with him, used him back in the day, powered up. He was a stepdad to her kid. And years later, now they are doing an interview with him, which is kind of crazy. Because all this bird is about to talk about is the time that she had with Antoine Walker. That's crazy.
Guy on the bench, they're not making the money that the top two guys are making. So every guy's not making that money. So I think that's another thing that people got to understand. Just because you're part of the team and you hear stories, that's usually just that individual. I mean, it's hard in football. It's like 80, 90 guys on a football team in college. I think some schools got 100. So everybody's not going to make big money.
Yeah.
So I think for people I like the fact that you can have a nest egg, because you can go pro. You can play college 4 years and you might not get drafted. But if I stayed in college 4 years and then accumulated $300,000-$400,000 in the bank, I mean, that's a good nest egg to start off with, because I may not make it pro. So I think it's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
Y'all got your brother. You got a baseball star. Y'all finna get it. I'll be seeing them videos.
You know what's a fun fact? I didn't, and I feel like you shared this with me years ago, but maybe I forgot because so much time has passed between us. But I didn't realize that your uncle played
See what I'm
professional
saying?
baseball.
Yeah.
What's his
18
name? What
years.
team did he play for?
More notable, he played for the Mets for 3 years, Cubs, the Boston Red Sox. Fun fact, He got drafted in 1976 by the Boston Red Sox. 20 years later, I get drafted by the Boston Celtics. So you fun
Wow,
fact. Yeah,
that's
that's how
crazy.
weird is that, right?
That is
Love that.
so crazy. But yeah, even with Leo, and this is a question that I have for you too about obviously travel sports. It is, I mean, obviously, when you and I were together, I only had Shanice. Now I have a son, I'm raising a son, and it has thrown me into this sports realm that I would have never thought I would experience. He plays a lot of travel ball. We were just in Vegas, we were just in Arizona, and it's getting more and more competitive. We're going to Cooperstown, but it is like a full-time job. And I always wonder, and I've talked about this even with Carl. I got all the exes on the show, but we talked about
What? Yo, I ain't gonna lie though, man. But one thing about this bird, she's living her truth, bro. Because the fact that she was pulling basketball players and she was a single mother out here is like, you gotta salute the bird, man. And now, till this day, she's still using her exes for clout. You gotta understand, clout is currency. So the fact that she could bring these dudes on the podcast like it ain't nothing to power up, I ain't gonna lie, man. This bird, I gotta give her props, man. She knows how to find a sucker because she found Antoine Walker after she had a kid by some other dude. He moved in, became a stepdad to her daughter. Now he's her daughter' favorite stepdad. Then she got with the baseball player, had a baby by him. Now she got a baseball baby. And now she bring these dudes back on her podcast for clout. This bird is really out here hustling. Salute.
it, and I'm like, how do parents with several kids do this? Because baseball is expensive, the gear is expensive, the tournaments are expensive, the fees every month are expensive, and I only have one, and
Shorty, be quiet, yo. You ain't gotta pay for shit. His dad is a legend. This bird is talking about like she gotta pay for something around here. He is destined to be a baseball player because his dad is already a legend in baseball. His name is worth something. All you gotta do is probably be a shuffer. This bird got some nerve, man.
see different families that have three and they're making it happen. But do you feel like it is like out of control, or what are your views on the whole travel sports world?
I don't think it's out of control. I think it's out of control in the sense of where we put so much emphasis to it, where kids think you have to play well in that to make it,
Mm.
and they put all the emphasis in this 2 months of travel. I think that's where I think it's a little crazy at. I was a part of AAU. I played in it my junior. Well, actually, I played in it my junior and my senior year, which was great. Like I said, that was the first time I was on a plane, so I liked that experience. You're going to different cities, getting the opportunity where you may not go with your family. Um, but it's the exposure. So that's the chance. I mean, we understand that that's a chance you get exposure by the colleges and NBA teams and stuff like that. So I understood it from that point of view. I think now it's became a business
Right.
because the shoe companies are even more heavily invested now, and they pay for teams now. So it's different now.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Living in Chicago, Antoine Walker, I gotta give him his props. This man, I watched this man ran through hella bitches in the club scene in Chicago, bro. Since back in the day with Green Dolphin, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. Antoine Walker, bro. Till this day, bro, if Antoine Walker goes to a club in Chicago, yo, when I say bitches will throw themselves at him, bro, and I'm talking about homie is a bit overweight right now. He be walking in the clubs all big and sloppy and shit. And I'm talking about birds be throwing themselves at this man, ready to give it up. Ready. They telling him, I'm trying to come back to the telly with you. Like, I'm trying to leave with you. So I gotta give him his props, man. Like, Antoine Walker, man, this man ran through a lot of bitches. And this man had he had a crazy run. Like, I remember seeing bro in the clubs, shit, back in like, I want to say like 20, like, like 2009 till shit, probably recent, till like the last time I seen fam in the club probably was around COVID, like around that time. But if you know, you know, anybody will tell you, like Antoine Walker, as far as the club scene in Chicago, I watched this man ran through hella bitches, bro. I gotta give him his credit, bro, because it's just crazy how these chicks be throwing themselves at him. Even though he was retired from the league, this man was crushing a lot of bitches. I ain't gonna lie. A lot.
Now, so they have the select few of teams they pay that have talent. Um, when I did it, I remember, and it's funny you asked that. I remember when I went pro, I ended up having to pay for the team that I played for. I ended up paying for them to be able to go on this trip. So you're paying for flights, the hotel rooms, and you got to feed them.
Right.
And they're on the road for probably 2-3 weeks at a time in the summertime. So, but I think it's great. I mean, I like AU. I think it gives you exposure. So every place ain't like Chicago. You guys in LA. Some of these small towns don't get the same exposure.
Yeah.
So it gives them a chance to be able to be seen. So it's really beneficiary for the schools and stuff that's in small towns. The big cities usually still get the notoriety, and I mean, people come there, but it's good for the small towns.
Yeah. I think for me, you know, every time I reflect on this time, I'm like, you know what? I'd rather sacrifice this time where he wants to play all these sports and he's so into it because it keeps him disciplined, but it also keeps him away from bullshit. You know, it's like as he gets older, the FaceTime calls and certain things that I pay attention to, but he's busy all the time, you know, on the weekends. So I'm like, you know what? I'd rather be getting on this flight to go to Vegas where he's competing, having fun versus at home on the video game. So, you know, that's what we do. I think sports, you know, is so beneficial and I'm happy to be on this journey with him. You know, I'm learning a lot by it too. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
So, and then
Shit
especially if your
crazy,
son is
man.
good. I mean, you got you. So it's good. I actually just to touch on that. Last year, I had an opportunity to go speak at a prep school in Atlanta, and it was kind of basically what we're talking about now. It was for the parents and the kids, and it's just what you said is the travel aspect of things, and it becomes really about the sport. So one thing I've learned in this last say 5 years, education it can take a back seat, unfortunately, because the sports have kind of taken over. So it becomes a really, really, kind of tricky for the parent and how you want to run this. So
Right.
obviously you want your kid to play sports and be heavily involved, but it's got to be a goal set in place.
Yeah.
So that's why I think where it gets a little tricky at. Like you want to do all these nice things, travel, but we still got to get the education part of it.
Yeah.
So that's why if you guys ever follow sports, so you guys will come up with this. Everybody's picking prep school now because classrooms are much smaller. I mean, you're talking about 15, 16, 17 kids in one classroom where they actually can get some education. And they also, when a prep school, you take away the electives. So now you just focus on the math, the science, the reading, and just focusing on the main core. So it's just crazy to see how sports has changed, how education's changed, how life has changed. But AAU is a big part of it. And I can't go around it. It's a way to get exposure, and it's just a way how the kids are going to be get their notoriety and be able to advance now into the, especially in the NBA. Not so much on baseball because they still got a minor league system, and you still can go to. So it's a little different, but sports is different now. It's totally different.
I'm not there yet, but I'd be interested to see what it's like when Blaze is like 5 or 6 years old and what he will want to do. Hey, do you wish you ever
Blaze. That's a rapper game, son. It's it's interesting, bro. It's just interesting.
played baseball? Do you wish you ever played baseball because you were going to play baseball, or no? You were like,
No, I mean, I tried to my freshman year. It was my first love. I wish I could have played. I think I outgrew it. I think, you don't see right now, I mean, you don't see nobody 6'9", 6'10" playing
Right.
baseball. Maybe a couple guys, maybe like 6'6", but that might be it. I think I was doing something I wasn't going to be able to do. So I think I picked the right thing.
Right, right,
wait,
right.
Ain't no 6'9", 6'10" baseball players.
okay, where did the Walker Wiggle come from?
Walker Wiggle.
Oh my God.
They came from college.
Okay.
So in college, we used to, mess around, be dancing and having fun and stuff like that. And it was just something that I started in college, dancing. If you watch some of my college tapes, I used to dance a little bit. I didn't do it as much as I did in the pros, but I used to do it a little bit in college. And then when I got to the NBA, I just let loose. But it was just something I was just doing as
Yo.
fun. Every coach I played for, well, I would say 90% of the coaches I played for didn't mind me doing it. They didn't say anything to me. I had one coach I think maybe wanted to talk to me about it. When I played in Dallas for the Mavericks, the coach there didn't like me doing it.
Yeah.
He had some words for me about doing it. But besides that, every other coach let me do it. So it just became a part of my brand.
Hey, so I remember how Boston, the Celtics, they loved it. They loved the Walker Wiggle. There was a whole section in the arena that said Walker Wiggle, and there were people up there. Like it was a known thing that he was gonna bust out the Walker Wiggle. So they definitely supported that in Boston.
It became part of my brand. I mean, I get it even to this day as an old man. Still, people say, be like, if I go to Boston, especially, I spend a lot of time up there. People still talk about it.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. I have moves.
No,
That
you
is
know
fun.
what? I will tell you, and that's how we met because you were dancing. And
This word, bro.
you were dancing, and I'll never forget. And we're gonna go back to this, but let me just touch on this. You always had moves. Like you were, even though you're big as hell and you're tall, you were dancing with this girl in the club. Do you remember the name of the club?
No, it was a popping club, though. Isn't it?
It was
Damn, what
Envy.
club was Envy.
It was
Was it
Envy,
Envy?
and it was a Wednesday.
Yeah,
I met you on a
yeah, it was
Wednesday.
one.
Was it love
These
at first
days, I was
sight?
popping in New York.
Was it love at first sight? Like, take us back to the night.
Oh, for him.
Yo, this shit is crazy, bro. Was it love at first sight? Are these birds serious, bro? He met this bird in the club on a Wednesday. This bitch was just out there lurking and got no job, just looking for a baller. And when he met her, he was dancing with another chick.
Him for
Oh, we're
sure.
going down this road. Oh, okay, I like it. Good
This
now.
shit crazy.
Yeah, she was all over me in there. So
You were such a
I ain't
liar.
laughing so hard. She really was all over me.
No, it was
But I
not.
got
I remember exactly what happened to the T. You were dancing on the dance floor.
it probably was this. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna take you through the thing. So this was lockout year of the NBA, '99. So we actually we came to New York kind of late. Like it was like May. It was like because the season ended up being longer because it started late. And we went out and we was like, man, I'm gonna stay extra day. I knew I was gonna stay an extra day. I had just started. I knew I was gonna sign a big contract, and I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna stay in New York. And then y'all got the little diamond district.
Damn, whole time she knew too. She knew you was about to sign a big contract too. Damn, this bird right here, boy.
I'm like, I'm gonna buy me a Rolex. I'm finna get in the, you know what I mean? I'm finna step it up a notch. I was going through all these things, but we went out to the club, and then I saw your mother standing across the room, staring at me. And so I may try to, did I offer you a drink?
No, you didn't offer me a drink. So what happened was is I remember
Shit
I
crazy.
remember walking into the club because this was upstairs. Anyway, so I'm going to concise this story, but I remember walking into the club. You didn't offer me a drink. I remember you were dancing with a girl. You were, and you stuck out because you were like the tallest guy in the club. And I went,
We
I
sure.
I was with my friend at the time, and we went to the bathroom. And then when we came out the bathroom, I was standing there, and who comes over? You went to use the bathroom, and then you stopped next to me, and you did offer me a drink. But I remember what you told me that day, which you probably don't remember. You were like, "You're gonna be my wife."
Yo, get the. I'm just saying, bro. These birds just be saying anything. First of all, that man was drunk. We know that. But second of all, I'm pretty sure he didn't say that. But that's what this bird heard in her mind because she probably been scoping dude out like, yo, he bought us on a big contract, man. This is jackpot right here. That's my husband. But she claims this man said that. That's crazy. Let's see if he gonna confirm that.
You remember this?
No.
Yeah, don't keep going. Keep
Yeah,
going
you
now.
were like, "You're gonna be my wife," and I'm thinking, whatever, and I was thinking, okay, that's funny or whatever. You were a vibe, and then we switched numbers. We obviously probably wrote it down on a paper back then because we didn't have cell phones. And then I guess the rest is history. We started talking, and then what happened from there? Go ahead, because I feel like you want to say something.
This shit is.
I mean, after that. So I invited you to the game the next day.
Uh
You
huh.
turned me down.
I didn't
You turned
go.
me down.
Uh huh.
You turned me down. So that blew me. So you turned me down. You didn't come to the game. So we played the game. And it was crazy. I think it was our last game of the season, or it was one more game left. But we still, so then we ended up talking. So I think the first time we talked on the phone, we had to talk for like 5 hours or something crazy.
5
It was something
hours.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Damn, son, this shit is good. She applied strategy even back in the day. It's like do enough to get his attention, but make him chase you. Now keep in mind, she been watching him. She knew he was there with a chick, right? At the party. But then she claims that they bump into each other when she went to the bathroom and then he was using the bathroom after some shit like that. It seems like when she peeped, he was heading to the bathroom. It seems like she made her move to the bathroom too. And that probably was her opportunity. This chick is cold right here, man. Cause you gotta understand, bro. She be bagging these dudes. Cause she messed with him. This is the same chick like who was messing with a Chad Ocho, remember? The headbutt? And she also got a baby by Carl Crawford. This chick done been to the NBA, to the NFL, and to NL, NLB. You know what I'm saying? Baseball. And she done been to the streets. So this chick done been around, bruh.
It was something ridiculous. We was on the phone for like 4 or 5 hours. But in this conversation, we figured out we both was going to Cancun. So we figured out we was going to Cancun. Do you want me to go down the story
Go
down this
ahead.
Cancun
I'm
story?
listen. I'm an open book. Say it.
Uh-huh.
Say it. I'm an open book.
Okay. So
She ain't
we
got
both
no
decided we're
shame.
going to Cancun. I'm like, okay, cool.
She ain't,
So it's gonna be our
she ain't got no shame. Understand something, fellas. A woman who ain't got no shame can't fear God. That's a woman who doesn't fear God. Understand that. A woman who ain't got no shame at all, who's not sacred. Keep that in mind.
first trip. So you going with your friends? I'm supposed to be going with my friends.
Right.
You know, man. We talking, everything is cool. So we get to Cancun, and I should have knew from this first night that something was wrong with you. I should have knew this first night. I should have known after this first night. So people don't know. We go out our first night. You go out with your friends. We trying to act like everything cool. You gonna be with your girls. I'm gonna be with my boys. We'll see each other when we see each other. The first night, I remember it's like the back man. It's 4 in the morning. No, it's 5 in the morning. 4 or 5 in the morning. I just came in from the club. You were with your girls. I was with my boys, and you was looking for me, and I wasn't answering the phone. I wasn't. You couldn't find me. You speak Spanish. You went and spoke Spanish to the people at the front desk. You spoke Spanish to the people at the front desk, and they gave you the key to my room.
What?
Yep.
And Sean, lucky I was in that room by myself. We weren't even in a relationship, Sean. She walked in my room. That was all the warning signs I should have knew that right then. And she walked in my room. And I should have knew.
You loved it
But it was
because you
okay. I
stayed
was
with
there
me
by
for 10
myself.
years
Do
Lucky.
after that.
men like a little bit of crazy? Spice or spice?
Control crazy.
God.
He was
Yo, that shit is crazy. Yo, think about what she just did, bro. And the fact that he even was okay with that shit. This is a chick this man met at the club. Keep that in mind. This is the broad you just met. You just met Shorty at the club, whatever. You exchange numbers, whatever. Before you know it, you're both in Cancun. Shorty done got a key to your room at 5 in the morning. How bold is that? I mean, it's cool. She brought you the box. Like, yo, here go the box on a platter. But she put it on this dude so bad that he stuck with the bird. And this is why I tell you all dudes all the time, fellas. It's easy to get the box. Just don't fall in love. You a basketball player. You got to understand. And back in the day, hypergamy was a real thing. A bird knew she had to go extra hard to win over a baller or to get a baller attention. So this is how hard these birds like used to be going back in the day. They will have to go above and beyond. It's like, yo, I'm gonna bring the box to you, room service. See what I'm saying? And that shit was for the freebie. He didn't have to spend any money, but she knew that she had to give him a sample. You see what I'm saying? So back in the day, these chicks like had to really smash good. She probably opened that door and put it down. She probably went crazy, demon style, to the point where he cuffed her after that. It's crazy, bro. All because Shorty brought that box out, man. That's crazy, man. This is wild.
Control
sleeping.
crazy.
He
But
was
that
in the
was
bed
that
laid
should have been the
out.
warning sign.
Antoine was in the
That
bed laid out, literally like
I was,
just laid out, and I bust in there like, what the hell is going on? But that's what I'm saying. You loved it because you stayed with me for 10 years after that. That should have been your sign to go somewhere.
This
that was
bitch is
rough.
crazy.
That was
That
a rough when you walked in there. That was my sign. Let me know you was crazy.
Man, we had so much fun in Cancun. That we did have fun though. Remember that club that looked like a cave?
Daddy-O's.
Yup, Daddy-O's. This was at the height
Yeah,
of like Bad Boy, Puffy, Tupac. That was that era.
yeah. Puff. Like I remember, Puff was big down there. Jay-Z was just coming out. Like people just Jay.
Damn.
You know who else was big down there? DMX.
DMX was huge.
Yeah, DMX was huge around that time. Um, I remember that. I remember I went the next year too.
You went
That
to,
is so funny.
did you
Well,
did you
and then
take
like
me
I was 6 years old. So then you guys did your whole Cancun thing, came back. Obviously, you
Your ass was 6 years old. 6 years old. Mommy is in the clubs on a Wednesday. Mommy is in Cancun. That's why this chick right here, I feel so bad for her because she never stood a chance. She never stood a chance, bro. And Game came through, smashed her, ran her, dumped in her, and then moved around, bro. Now she's a single mother just like her mom. She never had a chance in life. It's sad, bro. But this right here is crazy, man. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. It's your boy AyeQ. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm out. This is what imagine him shooting a hospital interview with and the baby's coming out. Fellas, again, focus on yourself. That's what it is.